today's episode, we take a look at EURUSD, Aussie dollar USD, Euro Swiss franc, and Pound JPY. We also have some action from our Discord trading room. Enjoy. Welcome to another weekly market review, guys. It's been a crazy couple of weeks in the market, and those of you that have been trading will know it's been really tough out there. With all this corona news, the market's not really respecting technical analysis, and the market is just pressing to quite crazy levels. I'm going to start off with the EURUSD, which was a setup that we discussed from the beginning of the year, and things panned out quite nicely, or started out quite nicely, and we were looking, if you guys remember, we were looking for these lows to be taken, and then we were looking for this big impulsive move to the upside. But because of the corona epidemic, everybody's all the money started moving out of the equity funds and into the dollar, and this is why we saw the big dollar spike and the euro dollar reversal. We did, however, now come and we did have a bit of a gap close here. However, if things don't change with the corona situation, we might just end up grinding down and end up taking these lows and going towards parity. However, from a technical point of view, I'm still not looking for shorts. I'm still only looking for these big longs. And again, like we said, we're going to have to be patient and see how it develops. But this will be on the back of any sort of good news regarding the corona, any sort of cure or drop in infection rates or anything like that. You'll have to get that before this market turns right, or perhaps even Trump, massively devaluing the dollar. Anything like that. So again, still not looking for any short setups, still looking for the long setups, but you have to be patient and you have to wait for your setup to appear. I'm going to go down to the lower time frames quickly. So just dropping down to the lower time frames, as you guys know, we were looking for longs this week. But if you do follow your rules, you would have been able to stay out this market. We were looking for longs after we take these lows. But after that, we had no reversal patterns and we came down taking these lows and actually closing that gap. Now, next week, again, we're going to have to be patient. Right now, there's no setups, but we did take a bit of liquidity here. And we're going to have to wait for one of our reversal patterns, depending on the rules you trade. Like I say, a lot of the people in our community that did our trading program is looking for our 12 reversal patterns. And for that to happen, we're going to have some sort of market structure break before making a bit of a continuation pattern before we can look to get into this market. So again, I'm watching EURUSD, but I don't have any setups right now. We'll see how this market develops, whether it just continues going lower or whether we have some good news and some dollar devaluation. So any updates on this, I'll post in our Discord trading room. All right, next up is Aussie dollar USD. Again, one that didn't pan out exactly as planned because of the change in the market situation. From a technical point of view, everything was looking good for a move to the upside. But because of what happened with Corona, we had this big crash down. Again, still, I'm not looking for any shorts on this market. I'm looking for any sort of signs of a reversal. This market came into a very, very interesting little level over here. This level was actually shared by Andile in our trading group, and it's been on our Aussie dollar US dollar channel for the past couple of weeks. And we've had quite a nice reaction from there. And the Aussie central bank also had their last rate cut, and they announced that that they're not looking to cut any more rates, and which means this might be the end of the rate cutting cycle for AU, which could be a good sign that we might finally be in for a little bit of a bounce. Again, you have to be patient and you have to wait for this market to give you the setup, and we'll have hopefully a bit of a consolidation. And if there is going to be a reversal next week, hopefully we'll find a reversal pattern. First of all, let me just move to a lower time frame. So just moving to a weekly time frame, there's a couple of scenarios here. If this market did find its bottom now after the rate cutting cycle, and if the US dollar is going to turn around, then we could potentially have that big massive move to the upside that we were expecting earlier. But there's another scenario, perhaps it just makes a bit of a correction and continues lower. Now, still there's still quite a big move to this upside. So I'll definitely be looking for longs, same as we did when we were looking for longs in this area here. We were looking for the big move, but we ended up getting the correction and then we went lower. So we're gonna do the same here on the Aussie dollar, US dollar. Look for the reversal patterns, go long, and if we just have the correction, we might close our trade or hedge our trade, or hopefully we'll get that big reversal that we're waiting for on the US dollar. So again, on the 4-hour time frame, we don't have any clear reversal patterns here yet. This was the last move that or the last level before the market came down, and we're still underneath this level. But if we perhaps form a clear reversal pattern on a lower time frame, then perhaps we can start looking for longs here. But again, right now just on the sidelines, but one I've got on the watch list to monitor. All right, so looking at a couple of crosses, one trade that is on my watch list is the Euro Swiss franc. This is a weekly time frame, and after the Swiss franc pulled the floor, had this crash, the market made the correction up to the 1.2, and since then it's been grinding down into this little liquidity area here. Now I'm expecting, sooner or later, at least a little bit of a bounce, correction, if not a move a lot higher. But after this, quite a big drop down, a reach around for this liquidity, and any sort of a reversal pattern here, we could have a little bit of a bounce and a trade setup on Euro Swiss franc. Now dropping onto the 4-hour time frame, this has been a really slow pair, and you have to have real patience with this one. But it does look like it's forming a bit of a ending diagonal pattern over here. But again, you can't just jump in. You need to wait for that clear break in market structure or the clear break in momentum. So hopefully we'll have a bit of an impulse next week, and if we see that, then we can start hunting for the reversal patterns, and then hopefully we can get a nice price here to get long this market. So the last one I want to discuss is pound JPY. Those of you that have been following the market know that the pound took a bit of a beating. And on the pound JPY, we did come down quite hard, and we cleared these big lows and these big lows. And now potentially we could at least get a bit of a bounce to maybe the upside of this whole range, or at least up to this trend line. And this is the move I'm going to be looking for if I find a lower time frame reversal pattern, is a move up to this trend line at the very least, where maybe we can go either higher or we might come down lower again. So jumping onto the 1-hour time frame, again, this is one we're going to have to watch for the price action. But after the market, did this consolidation at these lows, and then we had a little ABC move up, breaking market structure. And now if we find a little bit of a corrective pattern, and over here maybe we can find a chance to go long. But again, watch this price action, because we might even go a little bit lower again. But if we do find a reversal on this, it's quite good upside and a quite good risk reward ratio trade, this one. Yeah guys, that's it from me. If you guys have any views, please share with us on our Facebook group or in our Discord trading room, and I'll see you all next week.